Okay, good evening, everyone. I hope you are super cool and had a fantastic day. We are going live into our communities across Facebook. So, really excited. I'm just going to check that we are live, if you bear with me. I want to introduce you to an amazing guy. And I actually had the pleasure of spending some time with Coach Fryer, Brian Fryer, out in Dubai. Many of you will have heard of this guy, I am sure. He is creating a wave of support, training, and really raising the game in the social media space. So I'm really excited. We had a great time out in Dubai, from sandboarding to quad biking, you name it, we did it. But this guy's the real deal, and I'm really pleased that he's spending some of his valuable time to join us today. It's actually one of the things you won't know about Coach Fryer is he's an ex-pro baseball player. So he's no doubt going to smash this out of the park like a home run this evening. So really excited about that. But he really is focused on, I guess, really showing us and showing the world of network marketing how to create organic content that turns into sales or turns into new team members. So I'm really super excited about this. If you're jumping on live, make sure you communicate, tag your team, remind your team. Obviously, if you're watching the replay, then hashtag replay. And if you're checking this out on many of our groups or even on the podcast or YouTube channel, make sure you get involved as well. So, buddy, over to you, my friend. A massive welcome. How are you doing over in the States?
Hey man, I'm doing fantastic, and I got to tell you what, Craig, I'm extremely not only excited, but I'm honored and grateful that you reached out and you asked me to come serve your communities. I'm fired up. I know you. I just want to make sure everybody's clear. I just want to make sure we promised them what 2 or 3 hours we'll be together. Is that what we promised? We're all on the same page. I'm just messing with you guys. We're gonna have lots of fun. You guys are gonna laugh. Hopefully you don't cry. You're going to get some transparent love. We're going to get some tactical information that you can walk away with here today. Start crushing social media. But here's what I'll say, Craig. I know you're like planning to like skip on out of here. I know you're like, all right, coach, I'm passing you the baton. I'm out of here. But I want to just show you guys some love. You and Luba, I mean, you guys are just some incredible folks. I had, my wife and I, Danny, we had the privilege of hanging out with you and Luba several times in Dubai, not only at the trainings, not only at some of the other things, but a couple things that come to my memory is one of the mornings we actually sat at the same table and we ate breakfast together. We talked about lots and lots of great things. And then the next day when we went out to the desert, we got to experience one another's company for several hours in the same car and on the same mission and doing a lot of same things there. And it was just really cool to get to know you and Luba some more and just more so, Craig, just really excited and proud of all you guys are creating, the amazing team that you've built. And we understand, I know you probably agree, you guys are just getting started. You guys are ready to turn your games up another notch. And all I have to say is that those of you who are here, who follow Craig, who follow Luba, who are part of the team, part of their organization, you guys are extremely blessed. If you guys could do me a huge favor and show them some love in the comments section. Just take a second. Show them your genuine gratitude. Thanks. Tell them thank you, how much you love them. I don't think leaders get enough credit, and you guys deserve a ton of credit.
Hey, mate, I really appreciate that. And it was a truly epic time. And I know I've said to you before, it was one of the best weeks of our life. And yeah, it was really truly blessed, mate, to spend that time with you and Danny. So anyway, love to you both. At this point, I'm going to hand over to you, mate. My notepad and pen are to the ready. And again, really appreciate your time. So thanks again. I'll jump in at the end for the Q&A, bud.
Absolutely. Let's do it. Well, Craig said I had to hit a home run with my baseball background. Here's what I am. I am fired up. I'm excited. I hope and pray you guys get a ton of value from today. If there's one thing that I can share before I dig in, I'm going to share a couple things before we actually dig into the training, is that I hope that you would turn off all other distractions, turn off all other things around you, and give me your undivided attention for the next 45 to 60 minutes or so. Because some of the things I'm going to share I absolutely know without a shadow of a doubt are going to impact your life substantially when it comes to building your business on social media for the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months, right? I'm beyond grateful, excited. Pay attention, turn off distractions, give me your utmost attention. Here's what I'll tell you is this, is that I can see all the comments, I think, over in the side. I can see lots of comments like from Jerry and Adele, Katie, and Tracy. I see all you guys commenting. Here's what I'll let you in on a little secret. The more you interact with me, meaning you talk to me in the chat, right, while I'm live, the more I tend to reveal. Katie says, can I turn my kids off? We have 4 kiddos. I'll get to that in just a second, so I love that. But the more you interact with me, the more I tend to share, the more I tend to reveal, all right? So, again, I'm fired up. I'm excited. Big shout out, love to Craig and Luba for having me here. I'm just so proud of all they're doing and honored to be here with you guys here today. So do me a huge favor real quick. We're going to do a couple things before we kick this off. Put a number 1 in the comment right now if you know who I am. You've seen some of my trainings. You've stumbled across some of my reels, maybe some of my live videos. You're on my email list. You're part of some of my programs, and any of those things. Put a number 2 in the comments if you're like, bro, I have, or like Craig says, mate, I have no idea who you are. This is my first time ever seeing you, ever hearing you. I love to kind of get an idea, get a feel for, you know, who's tuning in here today. Kind of give me a great idea. No matter whether you're a 1 or a 2, I'm honored to be on here and serving you guys today. So shall I start with my story? Let me share my quick story. There's going to be a lot of people here who, you know, even if they know me, they don't know my story. And I think this is going to set the table for this entire training here tonight. So real quick, yes, I live over in the States, in the U.S. I was born and raised in Southern California. I grew up on the beach, right? Okay, skateboards and surfboards and all that cool stuff. Beautiful weather. But I had this lifelong dream of playing professional baseball. I was fortunate enough back in 2004 to get drafted by the San Diego Padres. I know football is your guys' big thing. Craig and I were talking a little bit about that, Champions League and stuff like that happening over there. Baseball is a big thing over here, and I just wanted to play baseball. So 2004, anybody know who the San Diego Padres are? San Diego Padres, just say yes in the comments if you do. I was fortunate enough to play 8 years of professional baseball. So, you know, my entire life I had a coach. I always performed at a very, very high level. I know what it means. I know what's required to perform at a high level. And I think that eventually helped me in network marketing as well. But all that being said, I always say that 2 really cool things happened during my baseball career. Number 1, I met my beautiful wife, Danny. We now have 4 amazing kids. My girls are 13, 9, and 4, and my son is 7. My girls do competitive dance. My son does hockey, and our baby, she literally just started playing soccer. So we're busy. We get it, right? The second really cool thing that happened was actually kind of unfortunate. Halfway through my baseball career, I actually suffered a lower back injury, okay? I invested thousands and thousands of dollars on chiropractors, massage, acupuncture, you name it. I tried it. Nothing worked. I went home a few weeks after that, and a family friend introduced me to a product. I took that product for the next 4 weeks, and it felt like I experienced a miracle, right? This product literally, right? I can't say the word healed, but this product literally helped me significantly. And within 4 weeks, I was back in the gym. I was back playing baseball. I felt like $1 million. Guess what I also learned shortly after that about this product? It had a compensation plan attached to it. Drop me a laughing emoji in the comment section if you know where I'm going with this. Yes, this was my introduction to the network marketing profession. And boy, am I so thankful, right? So the first 4 years of my network marketing career, I spent with that first company. And here's the bad news. I made a whopping $0 in profit my first 4 years. Why am I telling you this? Because I don't know where you are in your journey. Maybe you're just getting started, right? Maybe this is your first company. This is your first opportunity in network marketing. You're just getting started. Maybe you've been a part of the company for several months, right? And you're still trying to get things going. Maybe you've been a part of network marketing for several years. Maybe you're someone who's bounced around from company to company to company to company and now have finally found your home. No matter where you are at in your journey, I hope my story inspires you and gives you hope. You see, after 4 years, I didn't make a single dollar in profit. Why did I continue? Why did I keep going? When all my family members and friends said that I was crazy, that this was dumb, I'm wasting my time, I'm in one of those pyramid things, all of those things. How many of you have got some of those objections before from your warm market, right? Okay. Why did I keep going? Because I saw the vision. I saw other people who had gone before me and had success. So I knew that it was possible. I just had to figure it out. And this is maybe where you're at right now. If what one person can do, so can another. So no matter where you are at in your journey, know that I'm rooting for you. Your leaders are rooting for you. This incredible community is rooting for you. You can achieve, right, what you envision. All right. Long story short, after that first company, those first 4 years, that company unfortunately went under. I spent the next couple of years diving into social media. This really cool thing called the Facebook was kind of getting started about 10 years ago. I figured, you know what? I ran off all my family members and friends. I'm going to go see what it's like to meet some new people who don't know who I am, who don't know my background, who don't know my history, who don't know that I've never had success in business before. And I'm going to go try my hand at meeting some new people, right? Okay. Insert social media. It was at that time a brand new company was launching. I was fortunate enough, a mentor gave me a call and said, I think this would align with your core values. Everything aligned. We checked it out. My wife and I joined, and here's the good news. Within 6 months, okay, we became the number 4 income earners in that company. And we stayed there and held that for the next 3 years. And here's the kicker. We built our network marketing business 100% on social media. Okay? 100% on social media. Okay? We personally enrolled over 700 customers personally, and I upgraded 100 of them into business builders. That was my entire business. And I did all of this, listen to me closely, I did all of this without mentioning my company's name or product. Think about that. Think about that. Why do I share this with you? Because we were basically a 7-year overnight success. Pretty powerful, okay? Where do you get your energy consistently? I'll share that in just a moment, right? Okay? Fast forward the tape. Unfortunately, after 3 years, that company went away, okay? And I was forced to make a decision. I started getting emails, phone calls, messages saying, Brian, can you teach me what you just did in that last company on social media? Can you teach me? More importantly, can you help train my team? It was at that moment about 6 years ago that I decided to go from the field, being a distributor, to becoming a generic social media coach for the entire profession. Okay? Does this make sense? 7-year overnight success, says Ann. Yeah, it's kind of funny, right? Right? People think success happens overnight, right? Okay? So just so we're clear, I like to make this clear. Coach Fryer is not affiliated with any company. I am 100% generic. I serve the entire profession, all companies, all distributors, all ranks, all levels, all incomes. My job is to help you figure out this social media thing so that you can achieve your goals, your dreams 10 times faster. Sound like a plan? Say 10x in the comment section if you guys are ready to rock and roll. All right, so here's my first question for you. Okay? Who here wants to make an impact? Just say me in the comments if that's you. Who here genuinely wants to make an impact? Do you want to make an impact? Say me in the comments. How many of you want to make an impact? Well, check this out. Yes, I'm in my office. Anybody see what that word right there says? This is literally a part of my name. It's a part of my brand. It's a part of everything that I create. It's not just some word. Hey, impact. Yeah, that's cool. No. I eat, breathe, live, and sleep that word right there. Right? Okay? But here's the thing. You all say you want to make an impact. But here's what impact truly means to me. In your notes right now, I hope you got a pen and a paper, right? You got a pen and a paper. I want you to write the word impact vertically, real quick. I want you to write the word impact up and down. I-M-P-A-C-T. Write impact on your notes. Here is what impact means to me. It stands for I'm moving past all challenges today. I'm going to say it again, right? Where is it? I'm moving past all challenges today. You see, here's how impact works. You all just told me, you're like, Coach Fryer, I want to make an impact. I want to help other people with our products, with our business. I want to give back to my church. I want to give back to my community. I want to pay off my parents' house. I want to pay cash for my kids' school. I want to go on a mission trip. I want to buy a boat. I want to buy a lake house. Whatever it is you want to do. Whatever it is you want to do. You want to make an impact. But with impact comes challenges. The people who truly end up making a big impact in the lives of those around them, they choose to move past their challenges. You see, if network marketing was easy, everybody would be doing it. If becoming a top leader in your company was easy, every single one of you would be a top leader. You see, but every single person is going to face challenges. It is those people who choose to move past those challenges that end up ultimately succeeding. Drop me a hallelujah, praise the Lord, hand raised emoji in the comments if you're picking up what I'm putting down. I know this isn't social media stuff yet. I'm going to get there. Don't worry. I got lots of good stuff for you. Okay? But I got to lay the groundwork first. You say you want to make an impact. I'm telling you it's not going to be easy. I'm telling you every single day you're going to have challenges. The difference between you making an impact and you not making an impact is choosing to overcome those challenges. And everybody said, amen. All right. We're going to have some fun real quick. I'm going to do a quick giveaway. And then I didn't even tell Craig and Luba I was going to do this, but I'm sure they don't mind. I like giving away free stuff. You guys okay if I give away some free stuff? How many of you guys love doing your stories? Like on Instagram stories, Facebook stories. I think TikTok now has stories. You guys know what I'm talking about, doing stories, the little bite-sized clips. How many of you guys love doing stories? Well, check this out. I have a 12-day stories challenge where for 12 days, I send you an email, one email per day. I tell you exactly what to post in your stories, exactly how to post in your stories, what to put, everything from A to Z. Okay? And turn your existing friends and followers into new customers. I want to teach you how to turn your stories literally into an ATM machine. Sound good? So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do a little giveaway. Okay, I want to gift this to 2 people, and immediately following this training, I'll have my assistant choose a couple names at random, and then we'll let Craig know and Luba and we'll let you guys know who the winners are, and we're going to give you complimentary access to this. Okay, sound good? Here's what you got to do. When I say go, you're going to take a screenshot, a picture of this video, whatever. Get your phones out. Get your phones out. Get ready. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to your Instagram or your Facebook stories. You're going to post that picture. You're going to say something fun, right? You're going to say something like, so excited, so thankful to be learning how to build a worldwide business on social media. Say something like that. Feel free to say whatever you want, right? Okay. And then I want you to add a little poll. Are you curious and want to learn more? And then put the poll. Yes, tell me please. Everybody got this? So you're going to take a picture in just a second. You're going to go post it to your stories. You're going to ask a question. You're going to have a poll to generate some leads. I'm trying to help you out here. And then here's the last thing you have to do. You have to tag me so that I can see it. so that my assistant can go through and then we can choose a winner. Sound good? On Instagram, my handle is coach_Fryer. So just like my name, except there's an underscore in the middle, coach_Fryer. Okay? That's how you can tag me. Are you guys ready to take your picture? Or a boomerang? Ready, set, go. Did you get your picture? Katie said, my heart is racing. I like to have some fun. I like to have some fun. Go post that to your stories. I'll come back later. We'll choose some winners after this. Okay? You guys ready to go? Let's dig into some content. Let's dig into some content. We've had some fun. We've got our minds right. We've got our minds right. We're in the correct mental space. Let's talk social media. Today, I want to share with you a simplified content plan to double your business on social media this year. You ready? You ready? Okay. I'm going to share with you 3 simple thoughts. 3 simple thoughts. Okay. On how you can simplify your content and turn it into sales. Sound good? You guys on the same page? How many of you guys would be okay with doubling the size of your business? Say yes or yes in the comments if that's you. Let's go ahead and dig into number 1. But before I share each one of these, I actually want to share with you the struggle first. So I'm going to share the step number 1 in just a second, but here is struggle number 1. I want you to write this down in your notes. Struggle number 1. Coach Fryer, I don't know what to post. I don't know when to post. Heck, some of you, right, you're sitting there saying, I don't even know how to post or what type of post would be of value to other people. How many of you guys struggle with this? Just say me in the comment section. Any of those things. How many of you are just like, oh my gosh, you know, when it comes to social media, I don't know what to post, how to post, when to post, why to post, who to post about, blah, blah, blah. Do I post about this? Do I post about that? I'm going to solve this problem for you right now. Step number 1, here we go. Lots of me's in the comment section. This is good, okay? I want to introduce you to something that I call the 5-pillar exercise. On your notes right now, write down 5-pillar exercise. There are 3 simple steps to the 5-pillar exercise. Immediately following this training, I want you to complete this 5-pillar exercise. Put a number 5 in the comment section if you promise me you're going to complete this exercise when we're done today. It's literally going to take you like less than 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes. And you're never, ever, 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 ever going to worry or wonder about what to post ever again. Okay? It's that cool. Okay, 5-pillar exercise. Step number 1. I want you to get out a blank piece of paper and I want you to brain dump on a piece of paper 25 to 30 words or small phrases that tell me all about you. Okay? Your hobbies, your interests, your values, not your personality traits. Not your personality traits. I want to know hobbies, interests, what you do for fun, what the heck are you all about? What do you believe in? What do you not believe in? Like all of those things. Okay? Does this make sense? Put a number 1 in the comment section. That's pretty simple, right? Step 1, brain dump on a piece of paper. Write down as many words, small phrases as you can, 25 or 30. Step number 2. I want you to now look at that list and I want you to circle what you feel are the top 5. You've got 25 to 30 words or small phrases and you're sitting there looking at all these things and you're like, oh my gosh, that right there, that's me. That's me right there to a T. You know, maybe you're someone who just absolutely loves to travel. Like you travel, you love to travel, you love traveling all over the place, whether it's in a car, by airplane, by boat, whatever. You're like, oh my gosh, my whole life revolves around travel. I love to travel. Then you know what? Travel is probably going to be one of those 5 things. Make sense? Okay, so that's step number 2. Step number 3 now. You now have 5 of those words circled. Step number 3, I want you to now take those 5 and list them in order of importance. And you're going to write down like this: pillar number 1, pillar number 2, pillar 3, 4, and 5. In the comments section right now, type the word simple. If this is like, oh my gosh, this is super simple, I got it. Type the word simple right now in the comments, okay? Easy peasy, okay? Now, I want to make this even easier for those of you who really struggle on what to post and how to post every single day. You sit there and look at your phone for 45 minutes, typing something out and then backspace deleting and then typing something out and then backspace deleting, right? Okay? I want to make this super simple for you. The next part of this, okay, is to now, we'll think about tomorrow. So what's today? At the time of this, today's Wednesday. It's the evening over there. So we'll say starting Thursday. So guess what? Here is your plan of attack. I want you to write this down. So Thursday, you're going to make a post publicly, like on your Facebook, for example, about pillar number 1. Friday, you're going to make a post about pillar number 2. Saturday, pillar 3. Sunday, pillar 4. Monday, pillar 5. Tuesday, back to pillar 1. Wednesday, pillar 2, and so on. Here's my first challenge for all of you here today. Do this for the next 15 days. Right? 5 pillars, 15 days. That means you're going to write 3 posts about each pillar over the course of the next 15 days. 1 post per day. 1 piece of content per day about one of those pillars. Say easy peasy in the comments section if I just made your life a whole lot simpler. You now have some order. You now have some structure. You now have the beginning of an actual content plan. Make sense? But Coach Fryer, what about selling my products? I got to post about my products. Listen, here's what you need to understand. This whole game of network marketing, okay, and you building a team and making lots of money and helping lots of people, you know what this game is about? This game is about people. And more importantly, this game is about trust. You see, why would you create content around 5 different areas of your life? Because what this is going to do for you on social media is allow your audience to get to know you better. But even more importantly, guess who you will start attracting more of? Those types of people. I'm going to give you one example. Check this out. Okay? Check this out. Okay? So pillar number 1 for Coach Fryer is faith, right? Coach Fryer is a faith-driven guy. I don't sit here and preach religion and all that. It doesn't matter if you are of faith or not faith. I'm just sharing a quick example, right? Okay? So pillar number 1 for Coach Fryer is faith. Okay? So let's call it once or twice a week, I make a post that's faith related. Let me ask you guys a question. What type of people do you think I typically attract back to me? A little pop quiz. Kirsty, this is a little different for other platforms. I'll share that a little bit later, maybe in Q&A, Kirsty. So come back around and ask me then, okay? This is for something like Facebook for sure, okay? Okay? What type of people do you think that typically attracts back to me? Of course, people who are of faith. Doesn't matter what faith, right? But 99% of the clients that I end up working with are of faith. Now, does someone have to be of faith or be a believer for me to work with them? Absolutely not. But can you see this is all by design? So the question now becomes, who do you want to attract more of? Pretty powerful. How many of you just had a mind-blown emoji moment? Give me a mind-blown emoji in the comment section, okay? I got to keep moving along. Was this helpful? Step number 1, we talked about the struggle. I don't know what to post. I don't know when to post. I don't know how to post. That should have just cleared everything under the sun and made your life completely simplified now, because now you have a plan. Now you have rhyme. Now you have reason. Now, if you want to, you can start creating posts in advance because you know what you're going to probably post tomorrow or the next day or whatever. Make sense? What I just did is I saved you a whole lot of time. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll take a bow. Thank you, Coach Fryer. Thank you, Coach Fryer. Yes, we like to have fun here. You guys having some fun? If you're having some fun, drop me a heart emoji in the comments. Okay, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Okay, the second part to a simplified content plan. Okay, let me first again share the struggle. So in your notes, right? Okay, part number 2, step number 2, the struggle. What is the struggle? Okay, how many of you have heard this phrase? Facts tell, but stories sell. How many of you heard this before? Yes or yes? Yes, Coach Fryer, we've heard this before. Yes, facts tell, stories sell. But how many of you are thinking to yourself right now, but yeah, I know that, Coach Fryer, but I'm not very good at telling my story. I'm not very good, Coach Fryer, at telling stories in general. Coach Fryer, I suck at telling stories. Just say to me in the comments that this is you. This is your time to be honest with yourself. Be honest with me. How many of you are like, you know what, Coach Fryer, I'm just not a very good writer. I'm not a very good storyteller. I'm just not very good at sharing or telling stories. Well, guess what? Coach Fryer has a formula for that, and I'm going to teach it to you right now. I want you to put in your notes the impact story formula. Okay? And now I'm going to give you the formula itself. Okay? The first part of the story, write this down in your notes. The first part of the story is the time frame. I'm going to explain this in just a second. The time frame. The second part to a great storytelling post is the pain, the problem, the challenge, the obstacle, the issue, any of those things. That's the second part to a great storytelling post. The third and final part of the formula of a good storytelling post, okay, is eluding, E-L-U-D-I-N-G, eluding to a solution. Not giving away the solution, not telling them this is what my product is. No. Now you've lost all curiosity. The secret, right, to a powerful storytelling post, especially one that's going to create curiosity around your products or business, is to elude, Google it, elude to a solution. Does this make sense? Somebody just say yes over in the comments. Does this make sense? So while you're crafting, right, I won't necessarily share a big long storytelling type of post, but next time you want to go make a storytelling type of post on social media, in your stories, you want to do a video on it, whatever, you can use this formula. I'm going to just kind of make one up right now, just the first part of it, just to kind of give you guys an idea of how this might look. Okay? So imagine scrolling your newsfeed, okay? You are someone right now who wants to figure out how to make more money. Okay? You log on to Facebook. All of a sudden you're scrolling. And all of a sudden you come across Coach Fryer's post and you start to read the first sentence, and this is what it says. It says this: I can remember just 7 years ago being completely broke, living in a 2-bedroom apartment with my 2 kids. with mold infested walls. Now, I just made all this up, in case you're wondering. I just made all this up, okay? But if you're someone who feels like you're broke, you're like barely scraping pennies to get by, you're living in a place that you wished you weren't, see all of this. How many of you guys, just drop me a heart emoji right now, how many of you actually had some, you could feel some emotion with that post? That's just the beginning of the post. But how many of you are sitting there like, oh my gosh, like you're pulling some emotion out of me, Coach Fryer? That's the secret to a good storytelling post. Make sense? Very, very powerful. Okay? Then tell more about that story. Share a little bit more about the pain. Yes, Katie, it's relatable for the person I'm trying to attract. Make sense? If someone can relate to your story, they're going to continue to read. I'm going to say that again. If someone can relate to your story or the story of another person, they're going to keep reading. That's pretty powerful. Okay? And for those wondering, I personally suggest, I've got about 9 or 10 minutes left here, and then we're going to get into Q&A, okay? And I've got one more section to cover. I'm going to talk a little bit about something that is really exciting. I'll share it in just a second. You guys get me fired up about me talking about this particular subject. But I wanted to share my personal strategy with storytelling, okay? So that you can follow suit. Here's my personal strategy. 2 posts per week are a long form storytelling type of post. I just started doing this about 3 or 4 months ago. So if you're looking for something immediately to start implementing, I just told you, 2 days a week, right? Remember, 1 post a day, right? But 2 of those days, I want you to create a storytelling type of post. Now, a storytelling type of post, I would suggest it's kind of like, maybe 2 to 4 paragraphs. Okay? Like you're going to have someone follow along on the journey. You're going to take them, you're going to walk them through that journey with you. Okay? Was this helpful? Put a number 2 in the comment section if you really, really love the impact story formula. Okay? Did this simplify things for you? Just say yes, hands raised like this. Yes, Coach Fryer, this made things very, very simple. So now, think about it like this. You can take any of, let's say that, the products have done something amazing for you. That's great. Okay? What's maybe something that the product has done for you? Just drop me a comment. I want to give you guys another kind of off the cusp example real quick. Okay? What's something the product has done for you? The products you guys are taking, I know you guys are a part of an incredible company. What's something the products have done for you? More energy. Yes. Okay? So let's just take the energy one. Right? So your main man, Craig, right? Okay? Talk about energy. So Craig is, maybe today's the day that he is going to make a storytelling post, right? The start of his storytelling post could be something simple like this. Gosh, mate, I can remember just 12 months ago dragging through the day, literally every single day having a conversation with Luba and the kids about how dad was just tired all the time. My energy was completely depleted. No matter what I tried, I just lacked energy to get through the day. See? You guys get this? Like, I just made that up off a whim. Very powerful. Who is that post gonna attract? People who are also struggling to get through their day. People who are seeking alternative ways to increase their energy levels to get through the day. Make sense? See how this, are you guys starting to understand how social media can start working for you? How you can start having people blow up your inbox trying to figure out what you're taking, what you're doing? You don't have to sit there and say, hey, here's my products, check out my products. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Create a story. Create some curiosity. All right, let's move along. I got 5 minutes left. I got to boogie because this is going to be a powerful last section. If that second section was helpful, put a 2. Let's move to the third section on creating a simplified content plan. Craig and I talked a little bit about this. I shared some of this stuff when I was in Dubai with some incredible leaders. I want to give you guys a sneak peek, okay? But first, I want to talk about the struggle. Here's another struggle network marketers come to me with. Coach Fryer, I know, Coach Fryer, I know I should be doing Reels or TikToks or whatever, right? But I don't even know where to start. Say me in the comments section if this is you. Coach Fryer, I see everybody doing Reels, or I attempted to do Reels, but they suck. My engagement sucks. I'm not getting any sales. I know I should be doing Reels. I know I should be doing them consistently. I know I should be doing more Reels. But I struggle with what to talk about. I struggle with how to turn these views into sales, into business partners. I need help. Well, here's the good news, right? Okay. I shared a lot of cool stuff in Dubai with all those incredible leaders. I actually literally have like an A to Z Reels course. But what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to give you guys a sneak peek of some of those things inside to help each of you become more confident with doing Reels, okay? So if I was you, no matter whether you're already doing Reels or not, doesn't matter, I would follow these steps. Step number 1. Before, creating any content for that matter, but especially Reels, okay? Number 1, you have to define who your target audience is, okay? Ask yourself these questions. Who do I want to attract, and who do I actually want to watch my Reels? Right? The second question is, who have I already attracted? Who have I already attracted? And here's what I mean by this. I want you to think about some of your existing customers right now. I want you to type a comment right now in the comments below. Think about your typical customer right now that you've already enrolled. Is it a male? Is it a female? What's the typical age range of the people you're signing up as new customers? What's the typical age range? What's their typical story? Are they like, corporate, business men or women? Are you attracting more like stay-at-home moms? Like, who are you attracting? Okay. Are you guys understanding right now? Look at your own comments. Every single one of you is going to be different. Okay? Each of you have to define who that target audience is, because this is who you're going to cater your content to. Okay? Step number 2 is, once you figure out who that target audience is, who is that ideal person you want to watch your Reels and eventually maybe share your products or business with. Step number 2 is you now need to, identify 3 of their biggest challenges. I'm going to say it again. You need to identify 3 of their biggest challenges. So I'm just curious. I'm going to help you guys out here. Okay? Based off the type of person you said. So Kellyanne, you said a vegan female. I love it. So what are 3 typical everyday challenges, Kellyanne, of a female who's vegan. Those would be the 3 areas or pillars of content that I would create reels around. Did you guys see what I did here? It's a little different strategy than like your Facebook post or your Instagram post. Reels are a different animal. Reels are a different animal, you guys. Just because you do something on Facebook doesn't mean you can do the same thing on Instagram. It's a completely different animal. You got to choose 3 pillars of content to serve that ideal person. I'm going to give you one example. And I'm going to wrap this up like 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, Craig, and I'll kick it back to you, buddy, okay? So I am a social media coach for network marketers. That's what I do. That is who I serve, okay? So if you go to my Instagram, it's very clear. Top social media coach for network marketers. Right there. There it is. Done. I've helped hundreds of thousands of network marketers all around the world build massive businesses on social media. Go from literally, I'll give you a couple of stories. Like one of our clients, she was working at a Hobby Lobby retail store 3 years ago, right? Never did network marketing. Started working with us, boom. One of the top female income earners in all of network marketing, clearing 6 figures a month. It's crazy. The opportunity and potential that network marketing, the company that you are with right now, the leadership that you guys have in place are freaking amazing. And the opportunity and the gift of social media that you have in your hands to build a business around the globe. Pretty powerful. Take advantage of this opportunity. Okay? So social media content for network marketers, right? What did I then do? I figured out network marketers' 3 biggest challenges about building a business on social media. That's what I create content around for my reels. Make sense? Okay. Couple other quick tips around reels, and then I'm gonna ask Craig to come back on. So you guys get your questions ready because I'm gonna answer some of your questions here live before we finish up today. Okay. But I want to share a couple other things. As far as the format of a reel itself, I suggest following a simple formula. Okay? You have to have a hook. You need to have some valuable content. And you need to have a call to action. A hook is like that first 1 to 2 seconds. Right? Okay? So Kellyanne, okay, she just said finding vegan skincare. So literally the hook, the first 1 to 2 seconds of her video could say something like, are you a female who struggles to find good vegan skincare? Right? And then in the next clip, it might say something like, well, here's 3 of my best tips. There you go. There's the start of a new reel. Pretty powerful. Then you would share the content. Tip number 1, here's what to look for. Tip number 2, here's the second thing I look for. Tip number 3, here's the third tip I look for when finding good vegan skincare. Pretty powerful. And then you finish with a call to action. Okay, pretty powerful. If this was helpful, drop a heart emoji down below. Very simple. Very simple. Okay. Couple more quick tips. When it comes to reels, focus on educating, empowering, or entertaining, or a combination of all 3. Write this down in your notes. When it comes to reels, people, meaning your audience, they would much rather laugh than learn. Write that down. If you're sitting there like this, hello friends, this is a serious reel. Ain't nobody gonna watch that. Ain't nobody gonna watch your serious bad self, right? Make it fun, make it light. Do your best to entertain. I made a reel the other day about walking in and falling on the couch and then falling off the couch. Like that's what people want to see. They want to see fun. Okay? Last tip is this. I typically suggest if you're just getting started with reels, make them 7 seconds or less. okay? Have multiple clips and use a trending audio. Tracy Payne says she saw my reel the other day. It's doing okay. I mean, I think it's got like 15 or 20,000 views. I mean, it's just doing okay. But you know what I'm saying? Like people want to have fun. They want to laugh. They want to be sitting there drinking their coffee and watching your reels and then spitting out their coffee. Like that's going to get someone to comment. You know what I'm saying? Or something that was helpful. If you guys got some value out of today's training, drop me a big old heart emoji in the comments section. Craig, I'm going to turn the mic back over to you, my man. Have you come back up here on this grand old stage? Let's do some Q&A.
Hey, mate, absolute fantastic value. Really, really appreciate that. Pages of notes again, amigo. So really, really grateful. I can see a lot of people are interacting. Yeah, we'll open up for a Q&A. Whilst people are getting their questions together, so make this make this a fantastic opportunity, folks. Get your questions ready. But I'm going to ask one first to get the ball rolling. So obviously through your content, one of the things I loved, you talked about obviously defining your target audience, which I think is sometimes the biggest challenge. Right? I know from a coaching point of view, myself and working with people, like we talk about finding your niche. So obviously the tips that you've given there are wonderful, like absolutely fantastic. Any more tips on that? Very, very welcome. However, I just wanted to ask you about hashtags, the importance of them, and what's the best way to get the right hashtags for your niche and your content.
Good question. I'm gonna share something that might blow all of your minds first. Is that okay?
Please.
Especially when it comes to reels, Craig, and hashtags. Okay, but this can apply to post, carousels, whatever, right? When it comes to hashtags. Here's what I've learned over the last year or so, and nobody else really wants you to know this, but I'm going to go ahead and share it. So here's the deal. From what I've seen, hashtags typically only carry about 3 to 5% of the weight of the traction of a reel. So what do I mean by this? What I mean is that I see so many network marketers or marketers in general spending hours and hours and hours and hours and hours trying to find the perfect hashtags, when the reality is they hold little to no weight anyways. Now, is it good to have hashtags? Absolutely. I'll give you a strategy for hashtags in a second. But what I'm saying is don't invest all of your time trying to find the perfect hashtags. Spend more time crafting a good hook and delivering great content. That's what's going to matter more. Okay, now let's talk hashtags. For those of you that obviously, again, I still use hashtags. I use them. It doesn't hurt you to use them or to not use them. So you still want to use them, sure. Just don't spend gobs of time trying to figure them out, please. Okay, so here's my hashtag rule of thumb. I like to use 30. Okay, 30 hashtags on a post, 30 hashtags on a reel, 30, 30, 30. That's the magic number. And here's what I like to do. I like to find 10 hashtags that are obviously related to the topic that I'm sharing, right? Okay, but I like to, as far as search results, I like to have 10 hashtags that are from 0 to 50,000 search results. The next batch of 10, I like to find 10 related to my reel, related to the topic, related to the niche, right? That are from 50,000 to 500,000. And then the last set of 10 are 500,000 search results or more. Some of the more generic type hashtags, feel free to include some of those. And here's a ninja tip, include a couple of countries. Nobody's using hashtags around countries. And I think that this is an untapped resource, especially where each of you live. I think that would be powerful. So that's my 2 cents on hashtags. Is that helpful?
Yeah, brilliant, mate. Absolutely fabulous. So, oh, wrong one. That's Tracy. Let me. So, Kirsty's come back to her question before about making the impact story work across other platforms.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Kirsty, great question. First of all, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for asking. this question. So the cool thing, Kirsty, about the impact story formula is you can literally use this on any platform. Okay, I'm going to give you another example. So the example that I gave you today was like maybe making a post on Facebook, 2 to 4 paragraphs, implementing the time frame, pain, allude to solution, right? Okay, so that's one example. Okay, you can take that same post and now go over to, let's say, Facebook stories or Instagram stories and literally create 3 stories posts around those 3 pieces of the formula. Story number 1, you talk about a time frame. Story number 2, you talk a little bit more about the pain, the problem, the issue, the challenge that you were experiencing. Story number 3 is now you allude to the solution and then maybe add a poll. Very powerful. So it doesn't matter whether it's a reel, whether it's a Facebook post, whether it's an Instagram story. Follow that system, follow that formula. That in itself is going to tell the story. Okay? Pretty powerful. Good question.
Fabulous. Another one from Katie. How to find a trending sound.
Yeah, how to find trending audio. So over on Instagram, okay, when you pull up the Reels newsfeed, everybody know where the Reels newsfeed is? If you don't, everybody grab your phone real quick. Let's have some fun. Okay, grab your phone, open up Instagram. Okay, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. When you open up Instagram, the bottom middle button right there, the bottom middle button has a little play symbol. Kind of looks like a YouTube symbol almost, right? Okay. Click on that. That will be the Reels newsfeed. Okay. So now you can just swipe and look at everybody's Reels. Okay. Here's how you find a trending audio. You look down in the bottom left-hand corner, and there's either going to be one of 2 things. There's going to be a music note, or there's going to be an up arrow pointed this way, right? If there is an arrow pointed upward like this in the bottom left, that is telling you that audio is trending, and you should probably use it in one of your next couple of reels. Okay? One other question. If you don't see any of those arrows, this simply means that Instagram isn't showing you what's trending yet, because either A, you're not creating reels yet. They want you to start creating them, and then they're going to bless you with the trending audio symbol, right? Okay. Or we just have to find a separate workaround. So that's my suggestion. If you're using reels though, you probably should be able to find those on Instagram. Okay. So again, I typically won't do a reel if it's not either A, my voice, or B, with the trending audio. Hopefully that's helpful, Katie. Good question.
Yeah, I love that, mate. Thank you very much. One from Tracy Payne. Do you have a simple strategy for lives and the type of content?
Yep, absolutely. Tracy, so for live videos, I always reflect, go back to your 5 pillars. I typically suggest 2 to 3 live videos per week, okay? I call this, as Craig and Luba know, I taught this in Dubai. This is part of your nurturing strategy, okay, is to do live video, okay? Live video nowadays isn't going to necessarily grow your audience, but it's a great way to nurture your existing audience. So I suggest 2 to 3 live videos a week. I do 2 a week. I do them every Tuesday and Friday. If you are brand new to me, by the way, and you're just kind of seeing this for the first time, you love the content that I shared, I'll give you one example. Every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, so I think you guys are, what, 5 or 6 hours ahead, Craig?
Yeah.
So it was 3 o'clock, so I think about 5 hours. So for those in the UK, right? So 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. UK time, for example, I go live every Friday, and I do something called Free Coaching Friday. For 20 minutes, you can come on, ask me any question, and I answer your questions live. So that's just one example, okay? And then the types of content I suggest are, to pick 2 of your pillars, Tracy. I'm assuming, given the company that you guys are in, health and wellness, right? That one of those live videos is going to be health and wellness related. And then the second video is going to be something else, part of your pillars. Okay. Good question.
Fabulous. Okay. Again, more. I'm not sure who this lady or gent is. Would you post once per day on your main page, or more than that, but many times on stories?
Great question. So I teach, as of the time of this video, one post a day. Let's talk Facebook. One post a day on your profile. That's all that's needed. We'll talk a little baseball here. You ready? Okay. I call it your home run post. Like, make it home run, meaning maximum engagement. If you guys are curious what a home run post is, go to my Facebook profile. Brian is my first name, B-R-I-A-N, Brian Fryer. Okay. Go to my personal Facebook profile and go look at my post from this morning. That is an example of a home run post that's within my 5 pillars. Okay? One of my 5 pillars is encouragement, motivation, and also transparency. That quote has a little bit of all those things in there, by the way. But you'll see tons of likes, tons of comments, tons of shares. That means maximum reach. Okay? As for the stories question, I teach 3 to 8 stories per day. That's what I suggest. Anything less, not enough. Anything more, I don't know about you, Craig, but when I log on, Instagram or Facebook, and I'm looking at some people's stories, and there's like 37,000 different, hash lines on the top, I immediately think I'm overwhelmed. I don't have time to look at all those. Anybody else? Or is it just me? So I suggest 3 to 8. That's what I teach.
Mate, that's really so funny because I get super excited and I looked at my own day and I'm like, that's just way too many.
Did I indirectly call you out, Craig? You're like, oh, snap, I got to change my formula.
Okay, so a couple more questions, mate, because I know you've got family and things to do. So I've got one from Luba. I have to add this or I'll be dead. How many reels a day do you recommend to do?
37. No, I'm just kidding. Come on, Luba. Come on. Hey, good to see you. Thank you so much for being on here and just your leadership, Luba. So proud of you guys. So here's my recommendation, okay? I might even share somebody else's strategy right now, too. I'm debating how much to share. These guys have been pretty interactive today, Craig, so I think I'm going to give them both. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So for everybody tuning in, I teach one a day. And if you're serious, I would do one a day for 90 days. Okay? Commit to doing one reel per day for 90 days. Now, that doesn't mean you have to literally do a reel every day. Like, you can literally create 5, 10, 15, 20 reels at one time, one day, and then just save them to your drafts and then have them ready to post. Very simple. Okay? So it's not as overwhelming as you think. But I would teach one reel a day for 90 days, and then I would suggest 4 to 5 per week after that. Okay? So that's one strategy. I can't say names, but I have a very good friend who you guys know, Craig, very well, who may have just attended his mastermind in Dubai, a very good buddy, wink, wink. You might know who he is. He is testing something right now, okay? And he is testing by doing 2 reels per day for 30 days. One in the morning, one in the late afternoon, early evening. And he's testing to see, is it better? Is it worse? Is it the same? So we'll be excited to maybe share some of those results. Again, this is marketing. It's all testing, tweaking, right? So that's what we suggest.
And then the last one from a lovely lady in the team, Gary, and she's hungry to build her business as always. So what are the best reels content to convert views, likes, comments into people winning our team?
Oh, man. Ooh, this is such a good question. Craig, I could literally do a 3-hour training just on this question, but I want to make this simple for all of you, okay? Because I think this is going to relieve the stress off of all of your shoulders about doing reels. Okay, Jerry, you ready for this? Okay, listen to me closely. I hope you guys are listening closely. Reels are not meant to sell. I'm going to say it again. Reels, until you start growing a nice big following, and it doesn't matter what you do, right? You see some of these influencers, they can literally do a reel and sell you XYZ product right here, get this product, here it is. They can do that in their reels because they've already established the audience and the trust. 99.9% of network marketers, we don't have that trust yet. Everybody agree? Say amen in the comments. Here's what you need to understand. Reels are a growth strategy, simply to grow your audience and attract more of the ideal person to you. When it comes to selling, Jerry, that happens in your stories and in private message, or on the phone, or over video, or whatever you prefer. You see, a lot of people right now that I see, Craig, they're trying to sell their products in their reels. And guess what I know to be true? They're not generating any sales. Why? Because people aren't looking for content that's trying to sell them, right? So focus your content on addressing problems, pains, challenges, make them fun, make them entertaining to attract your ideal people first. Now they like you. Now they watch more of your reels. Now they binge watch Coach Fryer's reels for the next 36 hours, right? Guess what they're going to then do after they binge watch some of your reels? They're going to go look at your stories. They're going to comment. They're going to interact. Next thing you know, you're in Messenger or the DMs having a conversation about how you can help them and then introduce your product. This is what most are missing and why most aren't growing as quickly as they'd like. That's one of my biggest tips. There you go. That'll be $1 million. I'll send you the blank. I'll send you, you guys just send over the blank check, Craig. I'll fill out the rest. Don't worry about it.
Let's do it. We'll hand it over to Gary down in Swansea. Okay, mate, absolutely fantastic. I'm so grateful for your time this evening. You've certainly crushed that, as I said, copious amounts of notes, and clearly from comments and everyone's involvement, I think everyone's absolutely loved it. So, look, guys, if you're not following this dude at the moment, Coach_Fryer over on Instagram, some amazing content up there every single day. And then, tune in to his Friday coaching, and you can get more questions and support answered there as well. Buddy, thanks very much. I really do appreciate that you've given it your time again, and I want to wish you, Danny, and the kids an amazing day, beautiful future, and I will speak to you very soon. If you can give Coach Brian a big shout out in the comments, and tag all your team to come and watch the replay. And mate, thanks again. Have a great day.
You got it. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for having me.